That's your baby sister, dude.
See, Mum?
That's okay. You wanted to meet her, didn't you? Say hi.
Hi.
Do you know what her name is? Her name's baby Florence.
Hey, Florence. Tickle, tickle.
Come on, this way.
Like her.
You like her? Kneel, not shoes, kneel. That's a good girl. Give her a kiss on her head if you like to. Why don't you give her a kiss? A kiss on her head, Jen. Good girl. What do you think?
Like it.
Is she pretty? Do you think she looked like you when you were a baby? Look, she opened her eyes to say hello, look. She wants to see you. Say, oh Phoebe, I'm your sister. As a family. What's the matter?
Like my eye.
What's up your eye? What's up?
I can't move.
You poked yourself in the eye. Oh, hello. Oh. Hello. Oh, it's a hard life. Are you tired? I've got to change your bum. Yeah. Can I change you? Hey. Hmm? Oh dear. Okay, so we are currently day 6. I haven't done my hair today, as you can see, and it hasn't even been a bad day. I just can't be bothered. I think this is the first time I'm speaking to my camera since actually giving birth. And just been in our little bubble, which feels quite weird, if I'm being perfectly honest, because of everything that's going on. You would have seen a birth story. I'm going to do that as like one of my first videos back. I don't know how this will be put together or anything, but I just wanted to start sitting down and just talking about feelings and how things are, because I'm day 6 of being a mum of 2 and I haven't really documented anything because it's not really at the forefront of my mind. But I know I regret it with hindsight, so I'm just sitting down now and quickly filming something. She's starting to fuss, so I'm going to have to do a feed in a minute. So today is I don't even know what the date is. Hang on. I know, Wednesday the 25th of March. It's okay, it's okay. You've just got to wait. It's alright. I know you're hungry, aren't you? She started to cluster feed, which I don't remember from last time. And that's not fun because we are doing feeds every hour and a half to 2 hours. And she's taking like an ounce at a time, and it's just so frustrating. My milk came in 2 days ago, so I now currently have milky leaky boobs, and they are full of lumps. Like all the milk glands are full and stuff. That's not fun. So a quick debrief from the past week, we'll call it. She was born Thursday night. Friday was P's last day at school at nursery, and I wasn't able to do the school run or drop off or anything, which obviously I wasn't going to anyway. But now all the schools are closed because of the coronavirus. I feel like I've had a baby at a really shit time, and I feel quite low. I don't want to talk about it because I don't want to cry, and I haven't cried yet, because I am okay. Oh dear, you're not, because you want some milk. Yeah, and I'm fine, and I don't feel, I haven't struggled yet, but actually thinking about the bigger picture, it's quite daunting. Hey, I'm just glad she's here, and oh, bless you. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, you really want some milk, don't you? I think I'm gonna have to pause this and then get a feed, and then I can continue. I don't even know what I was saying. Yeah, I feel like I've just given birth at a really difficult time, obviously. I'm glad that she's here and she's safe and she's healthy, and I couldn't imagine being pregnant, going through what everyone's going through. But at the same time, I've got it on the other side, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So we had the midwife come out on Friday. She did like checks and stuff for day 1. Then Saturday we had like a full day at home, getting into routine. I say routine very loosely, or just adapting to being parents of 2 children. And then we had Sunday, which was Mother's Day. We went out for a walk, and that was it. We didn't walk far, we went to the beach, just because I knew that we'd be on lockdown very soon, and I just wanted to go. There was hardly anyone there. We kept our distance and things like that, and these words that are coming out of my mouth just feels so not normal. The fact that we have to be aware of distancing and stuff, it's just, when we look back on this time, I feel emotional talking about it, and I haven't been. When we look back on this time, we're all gonna think, Jesus Christ, like, what did we go through as like a nation? Like, it's insane. Like, day to day, like, oh, PM's announcement, like, this is new, blah blah blah. Oh, it's just insane. It's insane. Oh. So yeah, Sunday was fine. We had the visit day 3 from a midwife that actually gave me a sweep, which was really weird. She was like, oh, like it worked, and I was like, well, the one you gave me didn't work, but the second one worked, and she was lovely, and I was really happy to see a midwife, because I'd never seen one at home when I had P. I'd never seen one that I'd seen like through pregnancy, then with a baby, so I really liked seeing her, and she was great. She weighed Florence, and she had lost quite a lot of weight for me, or for what I thought. I think they said that they can lose up to 8%, and she had lost 7.3, so she was 7.13 when she was born. She went down to 7.5, which I thought was quite a big loss, but she said it was fine. That was day 3. Day 4, which was Monday, again was the first day of like everyone, and I know that everyone's trying to get together, but everyone's like getting on the whole homeschooling wave, and I know in 3 weeks time we're not going to be seeing all the Instagram posts and everyone like we achieved all this today during homeschooling. Like, I know in 3 weeks time we're not going to see it because the novelty would have worn off. So Monday was like the first Joe Wicks PE lesson, and everyone being like, oh, we've done this, we've done that, all of that, and so we just spent a lot of time in the garden. We taught P finally how to turn on her scooter. She can like scoot up and down, but she doesn't understand the motion of leaning left and right, and she finally grasped that. So we're focusing on things. We're not looking at like the bigger picture and how we can't do things. We're thinking about things that we want to do around the home or with P, to like help her. So that was our task for Monday, was to help her learn to ride her scooter properly. So we did that. Yesterday was day 5, and we had again the midwives come over. I had a senior midwife come to us, and she weighed Florence. She is now 7.7 £, so she's gained another 2 pounds. No, she hasn't. She gained 2 ounces, and she did the heel prick test. She had to do it twice just because the blood flow dried up a little bit. So we did that, and she was absolutely fine. She had a feed during the heel prick test, so she didn't cry at all. What else? We did the garden again yesterday, cut the back grass, and put up P's swing set. We got a swing set like 2 years ago in a sale, and it was like 20 quid, and we put it away for a rainy day. and ironically we got it out during the middle of a pandemic. Monday night was the night where it was announced that the UK would be on lockdown. So yesterday was the first day, and currently when I'm filming this it's been like all shops apart from like supermarkets have been closed, and like pharmacies and things like that. Only you can go for a walk with only your household. You can only have like gatherings of 2 people. All parks and stuff like that are closed. Like, it's quite intense. And like I said, I think in hindsight when we look back we're going to think, oh my god. At the moment we're obviously just taking it as it is because you have to. It's quite weird obviously for P as well. It's quite unsettling not having a routine of school, not being able to see friends, not being able to see family, not being able to go out and do things like you'd normally be able to do. I feel slightly robbed of Neil's paternity leave because we can't go out and do things that we wanted to do. Like when P was at school, I wanted to go with Neil and Florence to go and have like tea and cake, and we can't do that. My dad or my mother-in-law met Florence through a window, and my dad met her at 2 metre distance. Like, it's not normal, and that's what I mean, like it's quite difficult on the other side. Like friends and family just aren't able to meet my newborn baby, and they won't meet her until she's not a newborn anymore, and it's very weird, and it's not something I ever thought would ever happen. I remember when I was filming my updates talking about trying to conceive and stuff, and here I am with my newborn, and the world is a completely different place, and it's so hard to get your head round. But other than that, I am fine. I was really worried about how I would cope. Becoming mum to 2, I thought I would really struggle, and actually it's been a breeze. I know what I'm doing, and it hasn't been a breeze. Being a mum is hard anyway, but I feel so confident in my mothering abilities. I know what I'm doing, and she's just a dream. I can't believe I was so scared, and I know I came across quite negative and stuff in my videos, and I think it seemed like I maybe didn't want to have another one even when I was pregnant, but I was just so scared, and I don't know if daunted is a word. I was very apprehensive because I thought I knew what to expect, but actually it's all right. Like, I'm okay, and we are okay, and she is perfect, and like I just sit there and stare at her, and I think I can't believe I was worried, because I had nothing to worry about. And like I look at her and I look at Neil, and I think like we got this, like we can do it, and we're doing it. Neil's been amazing, and I couldn't do it without him. Just being so hands-on with P and helping me and with Florence and everything. And yeah, it's just been great. Actually just sat here singing your praises, actually, saying about how good you've been. And that's not in a patronising way. Go somewhere else then.
No, my arms are really itchy.
I'm gonna go and watch Ready Steady Cook, wind my child, and then start doing dinner. So I will come back with an update in the next couple of days and try and remember to film little clips every now and then.
Bye.
You don't look like your sister at all. Do you know that? You look like me. You've got chubby cheeks. You've got my nose. You look like Phil Mitchell. Can you open your eyes? Oh, I can hear that burp. Day 7. She's a week old. I look like I've put my finger in the plug socket. That's okay. I've actually got makeup on today. It doesn't look like it. But here she is. Her in this carrier. I need to sort it out a bit. But not too bad. We've got like a proper baby Bjorn papoose, but just around the house and stuff, this one's quite comfy. Neil started sorting out the garage today, and he's now decided to stop doing that and make P a mud kitchen. How's it going? Oh no, it's not gonna be. Just documenting the progress. So she's got...
Look, 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 look.
Can I just put it there?
Mom, look.
Yeah?
Look, listen.
Look, that'd be too tall for
Look,
her.
look, look.
Wow. Baby, go stand at that. Stand next to Daddy. See how tall that is. Careful of the saw. That's too tall, isn't it?
Right, I have to look lower.
Yeah.
Oh, Rob.
Look, you're not missing that.
That's okay.
Do it. Hello. Yeah.
Wait for me. Let me catch up. See her.
Can I go quick?
Yeah.
I need to go there first.
What are you doing? Oh. Hey. Oh, careful of your face. Oh, careful. I'm really annoyed because I just sat here to film an update, and my camera, just as I was about to finish it, the memory card said that it's not functioning and didn't record anything that I had said. So today Florence is 11 days old, so we are 11 days postpartum, and I have been to the midwife. I have had to drive somewhere and then pull over just so I can film this update because Miss Fussy Pants started to cry. So I, like I said, have been to the midwife and I have been discharged. It's day 11, like I said, and technically they shouldn't discharge me because she's not at her birth weight. She was 7'13", she went down to 7'5", then she went down up to 7'7", she's now 7'10", and they've discharged me with her not being at her birth weight, which is fine. I know what I'm doing and I have no concerns, and I know I'm able to get that back up pretty quickly, like in the next couple of days. They don't normally discharge people at 11 days. Normally it's 14, 15, but because of everything that's going on, they're trying to get people done. The midwife said from now on they aren't even doing this last appointment, it's a phone call, which is just, it's mental. So yeah, she said, do you want me to discharge? And I said, look, it's fine, unless you have concerns, I'm happy. And I've got, when you have a baby, you have up to 28 days postpartum with the midwives. Oh, she's fussing. So if I need to, I can call them back, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Everything was fine with the midwife. I didn't really like the last one that I saw. I don't know why, I just didn't get a good vibe. I tried to get some help because she's constipated, she's feeding all the time, she's taking like an ounce every hour as opposed to doing at least 2.5 hours and then draining a 3-ounce bottle. Like, she's not being very consistent with her feeds, and I think that's causing her then to be constipated. And I asked for a little bit of advice and she was like, make her last longer, move her legs. It's like, okay, that's fine. I knew all that anyway, but I just didn't know if there was any other like support. But clearly not. So that was that. I mentioned about the hearing test because where I gave birth in the midwife led unit, and it's like very low risk, and you are in and out, you don't do tests, and that was fine. I did that with P, no problems. I was home within like 5 hours after giving birth to Florence, and I thought I'd be getting a letter. Normally, this is what happened with P. I got a letter and we went back to the hospital when she was 3 weeks old to do the hearing test. But because of the coronavirus, I won't be doing that for at least 12 weeks, which I get it. Like the midwife said that they don't want to bring babies that are fine into that hospital environment if they don't have to. And I don't have any concerns with her hearing. It's just the thought that if there were something wrong, which there could be, she could have partial hearing. The fact I wouldn't find out for at least 12 weeks blows my mind. Yeah, like, it's just crazy. I also spoke about immunisations, and she said that, again, I think they're being put on hold just because of the coronavirus, and because we're self-isolating and all of that, like within our family, as in myself, Neil and P, she's at such a low risk anyway. I just can't get my head around it. Like, everything that's going on, I can't vocalise it, and I can't mentally get my head around this whole scenario. Like, I can't believe it's going on. Like, it's just insane. The fact that my baby's not getting her hearing test and her immunisations because of this coronavirus is like, what? Like, everything is just so backwards to what it was when I had P, and I'm so glad and thankful that I've experienced it first, because I couldn't imagine going through this as a first time mum. That made me feel very anxious. I'm very lucky that I'm quite confident in my parenting abilities and what's right and what's wrong and how to go about things. But that's because I've learnt through experience with being a mum. Becoming a mum during this time, I couldn't imagine doing it. So I really feel for women that are going through it first time, because it's not an easy time. I can't even register Florence's birth. They're only like registering death at the moment, which is fucking horrific. So the fact that my baby can't even be registered, like, I can't even go out for a cup of tea. Like, I get it, and oh no, don't start crying. It's okay, we'll go home in a minute. Feel okay, but I think that's because I've got Neil off. I am terrified. He goes back this time next week, and I'm terrified as to how I'm going to cope. I know it'll be fine and we'll get there eventually, but it's trying to find the new normal and new routine, because routine is not what it was, and I don't think we'll ever go back to how we were. I don't think P will be going back to school till September, realistically, and I've mentally prepared myself for that, but it's still a lot, and in the nicest way possible. I feel slightly robbed of my newborn days, because I just wanted to spend like a day a week at home with Florence, just us, whilst P was at school, and to know that I can't do that at the moment, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. You have this expectation, don't you, like when you're pregnant, you're like, oh, I'm going to give birth here, this is what's going to happen, we're going to have Easter, blah blah, and now that's not really a thing. It's like, oh dear. We have to turn the engine on so the camera might go a bit wobbly. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's a weird time. Like I said, so Neil goes back to work on Monday. He's classified as a key worker because he works in the drainage industry, so it's no different to a plumber or an electrician. They are required to go to work. I wish that he didn't have to, just because he will deal with, they are taking it really seriously with like the social distancing and stuff, but there is the potential that he could pick something up and bring it home, and I don't think it's worth the risk. But at the same time, we need the money, so it's a catch-22. We're lucky that he's still employed and he's still got the job, and that's not going anywhere. But on the flip side, he's putting himself at risk, like a lot of people are, and that terrifies me, having a newborn. Yeah, I don't even want to think about that. I'm scared about how I'm going to manage with P and with Florence, and I know it'll be fine, because it will be, you don't have a choice, but it's, at the moment with Neil, it's shared. If P needs something, she'll either go to me or Neil, vice versa, whoever's able to do it. Like get her a drink or play with her or whatever. But when it's just me, it's like I think she's going to really struggle with being patient and waiting, because she is only 4.5 and they're not patient, they're on the go all the time. I don't know how teachers do it. And also trying to implement schoolwork as well, which I'm not doing. I haven't done it at all. I'm going to start probably in a couple of weeks. I'm not even going to force it. We have homework of learning a new letter each week, and I've been focusing on that, but that is it. I'm not putting any pressure on myself or on P. Technically she would be starting her Easter holidays this week anyway. She was to start on the 3rd, I think. And realistically, when you're in the Easter holidays, you don't really do much work anyway. I just wish that I had the support of family, because I've got family there that are able to help. You just can't really do it, I don't think. You can't do it. You can't do it. My mum has been in isolation for coming up to 3 weeks because she's got COPD, and if she were to get coronavirus she would die. So I can't really risk her. Can't risk anyone. My dad works in with face-to-face with people, as does my mother-in-law, so it's just not worth the risk. But I am gonna have to sign off. I weighed myself yesterday. I'm 12 stone 2, which is less than what I was when I fell pregnant. When I fell pregnant I was like 12 stone 7, I think. So I mean, I'll take that. I haven't been 12 stone 2 in years, and I'm not doing anything to get my pre-baby body back or anything like that. I love the squidgy tummy. It's great. I love being able to wash up and not be miles away from the sink, and I love being able to bend down. I love the squidge. It's perfect. My period is all dried up. That's fine. I'm not leaking like a cow anymore. I do still have a little bit of milk left, but my boobs aren't sore. I looked down the other day, and you all know about my chest and how big my chest is, and I looked down and thought, God, my boobs are quite small. They're never small, never. But obviously with my milk, when it was at its peak, they were massive, and so it's nice to not have that pain. I'm still sleeping in a bra, which I cannot wait to not do. Give it a couple of days and I think I'll be there. I'm wearing jeans, which is lovely. I haven't worn jeans in 8 months, so it's very weird to be in normal clothes. And I think that's my update. Florence is fine. She's feeding a lot. She's constipated. She loves to cuddle. She's pretty cute. But yeah, I think I'm going to stop waffling because my family are going to want me back home. I'm just enjoying looking at a different scene. I'm looking at a brick wall and cars, but it's different. It's not my front room. Oh my god, we're all going to be absolutely batshit by the end of this. We really are. Anyway, I'm going to go. My next thing will be with the health visitor. That's if they even bloody come over. I have no clue. Yeah, we shall see. But I better get her home, have lunch, and then I don't even know what. Watch Ready Steady Cook, because I enjoy watching that when that comes on.
Hey, got hiccups again. Oh no.
Can I see your outfit? Your dress is very creased.
I know.
You excited?
Lipstick.
What are you now going to go and do?
Find the Easter egg plan because Christmas Easter.
Yeah, but what happens if the bun hasn't been? Have you looked out of the dining room window?
Yeah.
Well, have you looked?
Yeah.
And were there any eggs?
Maybe.
Well, why don't you go and have a look?
Yeah. Come on. Let's look.
Do you think the Easter Bunny's been now? So has the Easter Bunny been? Come on then. Right, let me just put my shoes on. Wait. What have you got?
Romanian. I'm coming.
Ready for my run. Are you counting them?
What?
Are you counting them?
That's alright, we'll be here all day if you do.
Oh, I found more.
Careful, please. Wait, please do this.
Let me see you do. Can you sing it for me?
I am a giant. Woo! Send me up my shoulders. I am a giant. Woo! Send me up my...
Hello. Oh. Are you hungry? It's okay. Oh no.